Hi boys and girls, it's me, Mr. Fleming. Today we are going to do a little practice with arrays. Okay? Since you've used arrays a little bit so far, you know an array is a way we can organize a group of things in equal groups using rows and columns. And we can use those rows and columns to do repeated addition. Okay? Come on over and let's do a few examples. So like I said, we're going to do a few examples of arrays. Okay? And before we get started, I want you to remember that columns, when I say columns go up and down, and rows go left and right, okay? So here's our first example. I've got a handful of baby carrots here, so I'm going to organize these into an array so I can use repeated addition to figure out how many I have. So I can line up my baby carrots a couple different ways. If I go like this, I have 2 rows of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I would show that on here, like 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now, I can organize them a few different ways. We're going to do one more here. So I can also organize them in 3 rows of 2. So if I have 3 rows of 2, I can do 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. It's the same answer, the same amount. Now, if I get rid of one of these carrots, I don't have an equal group anymore. I can't use an array. It's not going to work. These need to be equal, okay? So I need them to be equal. Let's get rid of these carrots. All right, next example. I've got some Cheez-Its. Let's see how we can organize these Cheez-Its. Remember, we want to have equal groups. They can't be uneven. See? Can I do that? No, that's not going to work. Let's see. Sometimes we have to move them around a little bit until we get an equal group. It looks like this is equal though. So let's count our rows. We have 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 plus 5 equals 10. And I can double check by counting them individually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now, some of you might realize this is looking a little bit like multiplication. Some of you might be a little ahead and you've done a little multiplication. That's what repeated addition is. Repeated addition is multiplication. So when I have 2 rows of 5, that's 5 2 times. So 5 times 2 equals 10. All right, we're going to do one more example. All right, I've got a handful of chocolate chips here. And I'm going to put these into rows and columns and use repeated addition to figure out how many we have. All right, I've got them lined up. They're equal rows and columns. Remember, column goes up and down. Rows go left and right. Okay? So I've got 1, 2, 3 rows, and each row has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. And like I mentioned multiplication before, if I wrote it like this, 4 times 3, that would also equal 12. Okay, so repeated addition is kind of another way of saying multiplication. So this is an introduction to multiplication, getting you guys ready for 3rd grade. All right, so we did a couple examples of arrays. I just grabbed random things I had around the kitchen. I want you to find a few things you can use making examples. It can be something from the kitchen. You could use crayons, pebbles, whatever you find, but I want you to put them in equal rows and columns. And then you can show how to use repeated addition to figure out how many you have in your arrays. Okay, so I want you to do an example or two, take a picture or video of that and post it on your class's Seesaw or Showbie to show your teacher. And if you have any questions about how to do any of this, make sure you reach out and ask your teacher, okay? All right, good luck guys, have a good day.